going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is RyanREAX with another reaction, genuine reaction right here. I have not seen this whole video at all, but I know who this guy is. This is Darius, and he is some love expert, or lack thereof, because these women out here are feisty, cheating, whores, period. And I've been watching, listening to his content for a little while now, maybe like a month or so, maybe a little bit more than that. And he's put a lot of things into perspective, things I never really thought of. I always had trust issues. I always couldn't stand people, guys, girls. And I'm saying guys and girls because it's meaning like I can't stand people. But as far as this type of content, I'm straight. So we're just going to pretty much keep it to women as far as the way I'm going to describe people. I always couldn't stand women because they're so conniving and evil. So this video is the 5 blunt truths women don't want men to know by Darius M. Let's check it out. He's the only guy that can get away with shooting in vertical. Period.
Women are experts, professionals, at not telling the full story, keeping important information from you, telling you half-truths. The reason why they do this is because they want to remain pure in your eyes. They want you to see them as a viable long-term companion because eventually, especially if she sees you as boyfriend long-term material, she wants to settle down. So I came up with 5 blunt truths women don't want you to know. The first half-truth women keep from you and they don't want you to know is that they're sleeping with a guy when you meet them. Also, she's been with a lot of guys prior to you. So she'll tell you, oh, I only been with 4 guys in my life, and she'll count those as long-term relationships. Yes, there's been long-term relationships, but she slept with guys in between.
That's very true. You know, I've only been with 2 guys. Yeah, that you consider to be with. So you were with one guy for 2 months while you were still talking to people, keep in mind, in case it didn't work, which it didn't, so you felt like you didn't miss out. But then between that guy and the second guy, you were sleeping around and around and around and around and around. So it didn't really count to be with them. So that is the half-truth. Because although you weren't in an exclusive relationship, you were still with each other, is what he's trying to say. And it's despicable. It is. Now, I will say, because I know before I said I'm going to keep it around women, to not be so sexist, it happens with guys too. A guy will be in a committed relationship with a girl, but then he cheats or something. She gets upset. Meanwhile, she was cheating too, but she never admitted it. But then between that person and the next exclusive person, you may have had a few one-night stands or messed around or whatever. And they won't admit that either. Because I'll say, like, I'm 30, and I've had 3 relationships. 3. Now that's yeah, 3 committed relationships. But I've slept with well beyond 3 people. You see, I'm just being honest, and I'm not proud of it, and it's stupid, and yeah. But that's an example as to what he's saying, but in the viewpoint of a woman saying that to a guy.
So let's say she's 30 years old and you meet her. She'll say, oh, I've only been with 2 guys. And you'll say, oh, wow, really? She'll say, oh, I've been with a guy in college, and then I just broke up with a guy like a couple months ago. But she won't tell you within those couple months she's been on the rebound. And oftentimes this is how women get over relationships and breakups much faster than us men, because they're able to sleep around. Heck, by the time she breaks up with you, she's already cheating. This is why I say no woman is loyal. No woman is really faithful, because no woman can actually just straight up leave a relationship that they're in with a guy
and be single
and focus on themselves.
Yeah,
they leave because they're unhappy, because they think they deserve better.
Yep.
So they'll hold on to you, that branch. And then when they meet another guy, They'll see
Boom.
if that branch is secure and safe and
And they
sturdy.
jump to it.
Then she'll tell you, oh, this is not going to work. I'm sorry, we're not on the same page. We're at different places in our life. And then she'll hop over to this guy while she's been sleeping with him. Okay. So guys, when a woman says something like, I've been single for 5 years. Yeah, she has been single for 5 years because the guys that she's been sleeping with don't want to be in a committed relationship with her. She's been sleeping around and getting hers in within those 5 years. But she wants you to think that, oh, she's been just working and going to school and knitting and being a good girl. No, she's been going out and doing things at night, having girls' nights out, all types of things. Don't believe this truth. If a woman tells you how she's been single for a whole bunch of years or she would have been with a certain amount of guys, just know 100% of the time, it is not true. Number 2, she'll tell you, I'm single by choice, or I want to be single. Let me tell you something. No woman likes being single. Women are relationship driven. They're always trying to find some sort of security and protection from men. So if she tells you this, just know that, yeah, she's single, but it's not by choice. The guys that she wants, to be in a relationship with and be committed to, they just see her as hookup material. See, women don't understand that, yes, they can sleep around with top tier attractive guys. Let's say that you're a 9 out of 10 and she's a 6 out of 10. Oftentimes, men might just sleep with that girl because they want to get some quick in. They don't want to really date. They don't want to take the girl out and listen to her issues. They don't want to really start over. So men don't have any issues with sleeping down. But when it comes to relationships, a man has to be with a woman who's on his level. This is why women are mostly single, because they're sleeping with guys who are higher tiers than them, because men don't mind. Let's be honest. You slept with women who weren't on your level, who were below average, maybe overweight, and you didn't mind. But in your head, you said, I'm not going to be with this woman. I don't want to settle down with her. I don't want to invest my time and money in her. So when a woman tells you that she's single by choice, she's not single by choice. She wants a certain guy or a certain type of guys, but those guys are not checking for her. Number 3, women will tell you, I don't like guys DM me or messaging me. I don't want all these thirsty guys shooting their shot. Or they might say, I don't like guys who approach me. Trust me, they do. They love it. Women love male attention.
But they just don't like you.
But they want the guys who they find attractive to approach them. See, think of it like this. Imagine if an overweight, unattractive, below average looking woman just approached you in the store, at the mall, or wherever place, and tried to hit on you. You look at her, you'll say, nah, I'm good, right? Because she's not your type. And oftentimes you'll look in the mirror and you say, man, this girl had the audacity.
I'm blushing. How is a dark-skinned guy like me? Although, of course, we got Darius' brother over here, darker than me. I'm blushing because I've been through it.
To come up to me, to approach me, I'm attractive. What is she? And then you'll start to question yourself. You'll look in the mirror and question your looks and your physique and everything. This is why women say they don't like when guys approach them. They do. It's just the guys that they want to approach them are not approaching, or I'm not DMing them. Number 4, and this was important, because every woman who really likes you, everything is going well, she'll tell you, baby, I will never leave you. I love you. See, let's break that down. When a woman says she will never leave you, what she means is, as long as things are going good, as long as you're making me happy, as long as you continue to produce and you are productive and you continue to give me the lifestyle that I'm getting right now, as long as that's intact and you hold up your end of the bargain, she won't leave you. But if you lose your job, if you aren't making the money like you used to, or you're not doing certain things, you can't take her on certain trips, you gotta, money's kind of tight, and guess what's gonna happen? She'll start to look elsewhere more often than not, because she's used to a certain lifestyle. She got with you because you were really productive. This is why you see professional athletes after they retire. What usually happens when those checks stop rolling in?
Cheating,
The
divorce.
wives usually divorce them like that. That's because they're used to the limelight. They're used to a certain lifestyle. Now, if a woman says she loved you, just understand that means nothing. It's just emotion. It's just
a word.
Feelings.
Yeah.
Okay. When a woman says that, just take it as a grain of salt. Tell her, I want you to respect me. That's what you should be looking for. Because love is just a feeling. When a woman says this, just disregard it. Just say, well, all right, cool, and keep it moving. As long as she's showing you and proving to you that she, quote unquote, loves you and respects you, that is the only thing that matters. Because feelings fade real quick. We all know women's feelings are up and down. They're like roller coasters. She loves you today on Friday. Sunday comes, she doesn't want to be with you anymore. I'm quite sure every guy has gone through that with a woman. So when a woman says she will never leave you and she loves you, take it as a grain of salt and make sure you're staying productive. Because once you stop producing, you stop making money, you get demoted, or you don't make her feel good and make her happy. She's out
gone.
the door.
Yep.
Number 5. And if a woman ever tells you, I'm going to a friend's house, or I'm coming from my friend's house, I'm driving home, just know it's not a female friend. It's a guy she's used to hooking up and having sex with. Every woman has a guy like that because every woman has needs. Again, women are promiscuous, but they like to keep things under wraps and not tell you the whole truth.
Yep.
See, women will text you this, usually at night, 7, 8 p.m. And then she'll go ghost. And she'll text you the next morning. You're like, what happened? We were just texting fine. That's because she's on the way to hook up with a guy she really likes. Or she might text you at 2, 3 in the morning, say, hey, I can't sleep. I had a long evening or whatever the case may be. That's because she just got to hooking up with that guy and she decided to turn over and shoot you a text real quick to give you a little bit of validation, to give you a little bait, little breadcrumb, and then she'll go back to sleep with the guy. I'm telling you, because I've been there. I've been hanging out with a girl and she sent all the guys she's talking to, her little orbiters, a text message. And I'm like, what are you texting them for? He said, oh, I'm just letting them know that I'm about to go to sleep or that I'm going to a friend's house. Okay, so I've been on both sides of the coin. When women tell you this, just know she is hooking up with the guy she really likes. And you're just a guy for attention, an orbiter.
Couldn't say any more true words than that. These women are scum. Scumbags. 100% scumbags. And they are programmed that way. They see it on the TV. They listen to it in their music. It happens in the schools. They are not born that way. They are raised that way at an early age. And it's despicable. It really is. I feel bad for both sides. I feel bad for the women, and I feel bad for the men. I feel bad. Nothing I can do to change it. I can only do my part for me and to not disrespect other people. I've turned down women in the past out of respect and out of fear, you know. But the thing is, this is why, you know, don't have sex before you're married. Don't commit adultery. That's why God had that design in mind, because of all this chaos and confusion and STDs and abortions and people just going after each other and nagging at each other and snapping, because sex is powerful in many ways. Power isn't always good. There's bad power. Women use it. They're born with it for free, and then they use it to financially gain or to gain in society, to get fame. It's despicable. And I learned it a long time ago. The problem is I didn't act properly. I didn't act like I learned it, because I still fell into many traps. And I was also a perpetrator when it came to things. I've cheated. I've been cheated on. I've done stupid things. And subconsciously it sticks. Like all that stuff sticks, and that's why the Bible makes it clear. you know, not to do these things. If every single person followed all 10 commandments, which I did make a video on, then we wouldn't have these issues at all. There wouldn't be this, you know, hold on, I gotta call you back. You know, all this secret texting and calling and hiding stuff and buying people gifts. And women, the second something goes wrong, the second they are ready to just get validation from other men and women who will encourage them to get validation from other men. It's just a sick world. You know, don't worry, sister. I won't snitch. Your secret's safe with me. But then the second they clash, I'm snitching. I'm telling them you've been cheating and this and that. And that's why, like at the beginning, I said I can't stand people, because it's people. People. And I'm done with it. There's a lot of stuff that Darius says that I'm not on board with when it comes to how things should be. I understand why he says it, because of people's interests. Most men just want sex. They don't want a committed relationship. Men do cheat. It's not like I said, it's not women, just women. It's men and women. But Darius's approach is to try to give you good luck or good advice pertaining to what to avoid and then how to get with women to sleep with. He doesn't give the advice that I give. Like, that's godly principles by, you know, waiting until you get married. And if that means you never get married, then it was worth it, isn't it? Because there's a 0% chance of getting divorced if you never got married. And why waste your time and opportunities being with somebody that it just failed? Be patient. See, it's just like tattoos. Like, oh, you're not cool because you don't have tattoos, which is stupid. Because there's more people with tattoos anymore than without, or piercings, or whatever. So especially with virginity, besides my kids, I wish I was a virgin. Because being a virgin's so rare. It's so freaking rare. So it'd be cool to be like, yeah, I'm a virgin. Haha, you're not. I ruined that chance when I was 14 years old, like an idiot. But, man, if you are a virgin, keep it that way. Because then you won't. Like, I have a friend who is a little bit older than me that is a virgin, 100% virgin. And I know it upsets him and stuff, but I keep telling him, bro, you're lucky. You're lucky. See, there's a lot of stigma and taboo and weird thoughts about being a virgin past a certain age, or in general. He hasn't made. He hasn't made because he doesn't have to feel that emotional turmoil and stress and pain and jealousy. It's mainly the jealousy and, you know, the loneliness. He doesn't have to feel that stuff. He just doesn't feel it because he didn't go through it, and that's good. That is good. Doesn't have to worry about none of that. But as always, guys, may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to post a comment below.